Good day, everyone. I am Vince, the moderator of the virtual seminar. I welcome everyone to today's seminar on Understanding Classic Computer System Validation, CSV, and Computer Software Assurance, CSA. I want to introduce our presenter for today, Carolyn Troiano. She has more than 45 years of experience in the pharmaceutical, medical device, tobacco, and other FDA-regulated industries. She has worked directly or on a consulting basis for many of the larger pharmaceutical and tobacco companies in the US and Europe, developing and executing compliance strategies and programs. She expertise include traditional computer system validation, that means CSV, computer software assurance, CSA, the system development of life cycle, SDLC, methodology, waterfall and agile, GAMP, R5, second edition 21, CFR part 11, FDA guidance for electronic record and electronic signature, data integrity and data privacy. I would now like to hand over the floor to the speaker. Over to you, Carolyn.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Carolyn Troiano, and we're going to be talking about understanding computer system validation. That's a classic approach starting back in 1983, and computer software assurance, CSA, which became final for medical device companies in their manufacturing and quality testing functions in September of 2025. Thanks for joining us, and happy St. Patrick's Day. So on our agenda, we're going to talk in the first module about CSV, CSA, GAMP5, second edition. In second, after a short break, we'll talk about 21 CFR Part 11, electronic records and signatures. In module 3, data integrity and data life cycle, we'll talk about different ways that you can make sure you're compliant. And then we'll have a lunch break for an hour from 12 to 1 Eastern Time. In Module 4, we'll cover audit trails and the importance of these in FDA inspections. In Module 5, we'll cover cloud, software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, and single sign-on options. And in 6, we'll cover artificial intelligence, machine learning, and large language models like ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot. And then we'll have another short break for 10 minutes. And in Module 7, we'll cover current FDA trends. In Module 8, vendor audit and inspection readiness, and in Module 9, industry best practices. And then we'll have a final Q&A for 15 minutes. But if you have questions along the way, please put them in chat. We can hopefully address them as we go. And note there are 10 appendices with different information that you can references for AI and other types of good information that support the set of slides. Now, for today, again, CSV, this is Module 1. I'm sorry, these are the appendices. Appendix 1, CSV to CSA transition detailed plan. In Appendix 2, labware lab information management system example showing the transition from CSV to CSA. In Appendix 3, artificial intelligence references. Appendix 4, risk management standards and references. Appendix 5, ChatGPT reference articles. Appendix 6, FDA regulations governing medical device AI use. And Appendix 7, FDA AI ML-driven software as a medical device publications. Appendix 8 has global data integrity regulations. Appendix 9, software development standards, and in Appendix 10, software validation and maintenance. So in the first module, we'll talk about regulatory oversight briefly, and then validation planning, testing, documentation, training, and maintenance of the system in a validated state. We'll cover computer software assurance, CSA, the approach and how it relies on critical thinking. And we'll review GAMP5 second edition and how it aligns with CSA. We'll then talk about the transition from CSV to CSA. We'll continue with the next session. This is going to relate to 21 CFR Part 11, electronic records and signatures, based on what FDA has been issued as a guidance in 1997. Also, you want to note that You have controls that we'll go through, and then data integrity, the data lifecycle, and data integrity compliance. Trails in Module 4. And here, we're going to look at audit trail, give an overview. We're going to look at some of the key elements, controls, how you review an audit trail, and some of the audit trails for legacy systems. It's an area that FDA is really concentrating on right now. So now let's look at Module 5. We're going to talk about cloud, software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, single sign-on, and I also have data privacy in there. So now we're going to go to the last section in this third session today. And we're going to talk about artificial intelligence, machine learning, data modernization in the AI era, FDA's adoption of generative AI, ChatGPT, large language model, ChatGPT and potential and regulatory review, and the new FDA guidance for medical AI. So FDA trends, we'll look at Lilly in particular, some data about their focused FDA inspections and future outlook, and also Pfizer, key FDA inspection and findings. So let's take a look at vendor audit, post-vendor audit, vendor contract and service level agreement, and inspection readiness. So industry best practices, avoid common mistakes, and we'll finally have a Q&A for 15 minutes.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you, Carolyn. That concludes the session for today. Thank you, everyone, for participating. You may all disconnect now. Have a great day ahead.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.